let you know that I am certified. Okay, you can see my credentials up here. We're not going to get too much into this stuff back here. This is more for our premium package and other things of the like. We also have a dermatologist's office, which I heard that you also went and saw earlier this week, so that's good. But this is the bed that we will be working with. And so we'll get you all sat up in here and laid down comfortable. If there's anything that we can get for you, please let me know. We do have hot towels down here if you're interested in any of that. Let's see if they're stocked. Okay, they are stocked. So, if you're interested in one of those, that is certainly something that we can get you. Before we go too far into the appointment today, could I ask you, would you prefer for the lights to be dimmed, or do you kind of like how it is now? Okay. Either's fine. Alright, well, maybe we'll play around with it a little bit. Some of our clients just prefer for the lights to be dimmed, because they can kind of, relax a little bit better, which I certainly understand. Because it will be a somewhat relaxing process. You'll probably want to go home and feel like taking a nap. And that's completely normal. But should be a good day today. Did we already get you all paid in full at the front desk? I did, okay. Perfect. Do you remember what package? I thought you were, yeah, that's what I thought, yes. Not a whole lot to do back here. But certainly the hot towels are available, and obviously we'll be using some of the more basic hot oils and hot stones for your massage today. But great. Well, that is really all we'll be needing. I can dim the lights if you'd prefer that. The issue is, yeah, if I do dim the lights, it might be a little too dark. So, I want you to feel comfortable as well. We also do offer face masks, if you would prefer that. Okay, you would prefer that? Okay, perfect. Well, I can go and grab one of those for you, certainly. But in the meantime, I'll just go ahead and get sanitized and get a little hot oil on my hands. Not hot oil, but warm oil. If you wouldn't mind just hopping into this bed here, that would be great. So, come back here. Let me actually. Okay, so I'm just going to be applying a little bit of. That actually smells quite nice. Okay, so now that you are all positioned in the little massage bed, we can begin your actual massage. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, perfect. So this will be good. So I've got you all laid out. Your head is up there, and your legs down here. And with this massage, we'll begin by just gently doing the shoulder area and neck area, and then we'll move down your body, finish off at your calves, and sort of that ankle foot area. Already got my hand sanitizer on. Would you prefer the oil today, or would you rather not? Yeah, we can certainly do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I like that idea. We'll do that. So begin just up here with the other wall. So right up here next to your shoulder area. Let me actually come down a little bit. And muscles that get worn down by various exercises, repeated drills, stuff like that. And that's very common in your sport. Yeah, it's particularly apparent up here in the shoulder, so I'm not too worried about it. And it's something to be aware of, but do you already have a physical therapist? Okay, you do? Okay. Well, then we won't worry about that then. You feel like he or she's doing the right job? Okay, good. I'm not too worried about it then. So now I'm going to move down your arm from the shoulder onto more of the bicep area, okay? This is another area that typically tends to get a little bit more tense. Not so much with the sport that you're playing, but more just with life. You know, we tend to work our biceps a lot. Lifting things, walking around with stuff. Not as bad as your shoulders, your back area, but certainly an area to take care of. Get the other side here. And then, of course, we can't forget your forearm area. Move on to that. This one's pretty basic. You kind of just squeeze the forearm, try and get the blood flowing through the hands. Yeah, I've been doing this about 4 or 5 years, but I spent a ton of time in school. I was actually a physical therapist before. Decided to become a masseur. I don't know if you've heard that Mac Miller song. It says, you got 100. Oh, what does it say? One of you guys will know what I'm talking about. It's from the song It Just Doesn't Matter. Got 100 masseurs. Each of them has their own personal masseuse, not masseur, something like that. Anyways, sorry, God, I always go on these little tangents, so I apologize for that. At any point during your massage, you can tell me to shut up, and I will be very happy to oblige. Yeah, okay, so we got your shoulders, your bicep, your forearms, both sides. Now, imagine you're turned the other way. We're going to do your back, and with your athletic abilities, I wouldn't be surprised if there was quite a bit of tension back here. Particularly with that sport, it seems like the back gets a lot of attention, at least from my time in physical therapy, right? But yeah, so we're gonna work the back muscles a little bit, and hopefully all will be well. And if you're feeling tense or something like that, make sure you're pointing that out to your physical therapist. Massages definitely can help, but strengthening the right muscles and making sure that your actions, as far as your sports movements go, are non-damaging will be the biggest help. This is more like a remedy than a solution, or more like a, you know what I mean. It's a temporary aid, but it certainly does feel nice. I've been there as well. Yeah, there's some movements that you do that just tend to really make this back tense and your shoulders tight. And so I'm glad that you decided to come in today. Honestly, I think you'll really benefit from it. How does it? Let me know if there are any pain points as well. I would hate to, hurt your back or anything like that, but really none of this is very invasive. I would point out that we have an acupuncture clinic, if that's something you're interested in. That is not run by me, be aware, but something that you should know. We do serve if it's a unique experience for sure. It's a unique experience, but a positive one nonetheless. So I would recommend it. Okay, how's that? Good. Okay, perfect. Well, with that, then we will move on to the buttocks. I'm sorry, guys. I can't take myself seriously. The buttocks. If you get a massage, do they massage your butt? I've never gotten one before. Sorry to disappear there for a second. I was checking some of my supplies. You know how we massage therapists are. Okay, anyways, I don't know what I'm talking about. Your gluteus maximus is what we're going to massage now. So, you know, pretty basic. These are some of your largest muscles in your body, if not the largest. And they tend to get pretty overworked, so it's important that we relax them. Not just by sitting down, but, you know, stretches, stuff like that. How do you stretch your glutes? I understand this is just a set of pillows, but I feel odd right now. Sorry guys, I might be killing some of y'all's immersion. Okay. Alright. Let's work the bubble butt a little bit here. So do you have any upcoming games? Oh, well, best of luck. I heard they are quite the team this year, so I did hear that as well, though. Y'all are pretty good, huh? Okay. Okay, that never really seems to hurt patients. It's always more of like, that's a bit of a relief, you know, because it's just very tense and, you know, sometimes with the back, you can get some things that might hurt the patient a little bit more, or might be a little more uncomfortable, rather. But almost never with the glutes. By the way, guys, those aren't my credentials up there, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, like the video. Okay, so we're done with your gluteus maximus, and now we're gonna move on to sort of your hamstring area. Now, this is an area that tends to also get overworked a little bit, especially in today's day and age. Lower back, hamstring, if you're doing a lot of deadlifts and stuff like that, they tend to get hit really hard. So it's always important when you're doing those exercises to, you know, perform them well. Don't go too heavy. It's not worth hurting your back, which takes a bit of time to recover, or your hamstrings, which, you know, critical. So yeah, we'll massage out your hamstrings a little bit. I also, if you're interested, do have some simple stretches and movements that you can do at home to kind of relieve some of this pressure that you've been experiencing that you were telling me about earlier. It comes completely free with your appointment. You may actually have a pamphlet back here. I believe it's in here. Perhaps not. Either way, rest assured I have a digital copy of it, so I can always, you beneficial for you in particular. Okay, so we went ahead and did the shoulders, back, biceps, forearms, hit the glutes, and now we're going to move on to the hamstrings, alright? Okay, perfect, let's do it. So the hamstrings are a bit of an odd muscle. As I said, people tend to hit them really hard with deadlifts and stuff like that. They certainly can be beneficial exercises, but I hate to see people get hurt doing that. They're such an important muscle in our bodies. In order to function day to day properly, right? What's funny is if this was like actually a real person, they would be like 5 feet tall. Like maybe 4 feet tall, honestly. Maybe 5 feet tall. Alright, so hamstrings. And again, as always, let me know if anything is hurting or there happens to be any pressure points or pain points. It shouldn't be a painful experience. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but certainly no sharp pains or anything like that. Sorry, I just started daydreaming a little bit there. Okay, we've been going a good amount of time. Okay, great. So we hit your hamstrings. Now let's go ahead and move on down to your calf and foot area. Over here. Does that sound alright? Okay, perfect. If y'all have made it this far in the video, you're a real one. Wanted to let y'all know that. I would appreciate it if y'all liked the video. Onto your calves. I had a comment the other day. I have a YouTube channel if you didn't know. Asked me what some good calf exercises. To be honest, I barely even work out my calves. I've heard that a lot of calves, I know people are like, oh, everything's all genetics. I don't know if I entirely believe that, but I do know that calves are one of those things where the shape of your calf is very much genetic. How high or low your insertions are. Which I think is very interesting, because I wonder, like, the advantages versus disadvantages of having a high or low calf insertion. I'm not sure, to be honest. Oops. But I know that people with small calves make good fighters. Or boxers, excuse me. That seems to be where most of the issues are. Okay. Scared the heck out of me. Okay, great. So we've done your calves. We'll finish up with your feet, and then depending on how you're feeling, we can do the little auto massage. It won't be any extra cost, so don't worry about that. Yeah, let's go ahead and work the feet a little bit. Really not gonna try and go too hard on these just because we'd hate to mess something up. More just about, getting everything worked out and feeling right. Okay, wonderful. So it sounds like you're wanting auto massage. Let me just go put on the gloves real quick and then get a little application of that warm oil. might be off. Do not be afraid to reach out, okay? Our receptionist, Beth, is excellent. She will take care of all your needs. It's not a hassle or anything like that. Something doesn't feel right, I can write you a letter to the physical therapist or the acupuncture, clinician, and we'll get you figured out, okay? Like, no problem at all, seriously. But with that said, that should be everything. Just out of curiosity, how you feeling? Feeling good? Okay, good, okay. Perfect. Well, if you wouldn't mind leaving us a 5-star review on Yelp. Do people still use Yelp on something? Google Maps? I don't know. But we'll go ahead and charge whatever payment you have on file. And yeah, appreciate you coming in today and being such a great, easy client to work with. It's always nice to have one of those, right? Yeah, agreed, 100%. Okay, well, sounds good, and I will see you, alright? Alright, bye-bye. Hey, how's it going? Do you work at... I knew it, okay. When you walked in, I thought I recognized you, but I wasn't entirely sure. But you confirmed my suspicions. Anyways, how are you doing today? I apologize for being a little bit late. We had one of our master masseuses, you could say, call in late, so it is kind of just me today, but I'm gonna get you sorted out. I'm gonna get all your aches and pains soothed, and we're gonna get you feeling great, okay? Perfect. I know we have met before, but we never exchanged names or anything like that, so okay, yeah. Max, it's good to meet you in a more formal setting, I guess you could say. But yeah, this is my clinic. I have owned and operated it for the past 10 years. I am a professional. You can see my certification right there mounted on the wall. And I love what I do, and I like to think that I am good at it, so we're gonna get you sorted out, okay? Perfect. Before I do anything, I like to make sure that you're comfortable, as far as, me, as far as the, equipment, kind of just the stuff I'm going to be using, during your massage, okay? So, start with the equipment, and I'll help you get to know myself a little bit better too, alright? Okay, great. And I do this for everybody, just if it's their first time, and we haven't met. I know massages are like, they're a little bit intimate, but they're professional, so sometimes it's not always, the right move to just jump right into it, so. Anyways, let's talk about some of the stuff I'll be using. Now I'm gonna do the classic, doctor move and swing over there on my chair. Okay. So first things first, you'll notice I have 2 different racks right here. Okay. We do a little bit of dermatology work here at the clinic, so that's mostly what this is. I do have my that scared me. Not that it scared me, that I knocked something over. I do have some hot rocks that we can apply on you today if that's something you're interested in. I know that's something I like to get a lot, because I do end up actually getting a lot of massages here, oddly enough. So we got hot rocks for you if that's something you're cool with. And then we got some different waxing stuff, some oils, basic stuff like that. We do have a little Vaseline rub we can do for your skin. And, quick question, almost forgot to ask you. Would you prefer that I do the massage with or without gloves? The gloves are latex. Usually we do them without gloves. I wash my hands right in front of you, use some hand sanitizer, so they'll be clean either way, but, just like to ask ahead of time. Okay, questions about any of the equipment we might use today, or kind of what the procedure is? Okay, yeah, perfect. Well then, in that case, I'm gonna use some hand sanitizer, and we'll just get right into it, alright? Perfection. Let's see if I can get this to stand still. Maybe. Where is my hand sanitizer? I actually want that. Where is it? That was actually quite a lot. It was probably a little too much. I'm washing my hands. It does smell quite nice though. Okay. Well then, with that aside, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, perfect. So, I'm just gonna get around this here. And I forgot to tell you, but we do have water or tea or coffee. Yeah, I usually don't recommend coffee, except for after massage. Heads up, you will be very tired, okay? But, it'll be good. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Okay, you ready for the massage? Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna go grab some stuff in the other room. Just get set up. I trust that you've had a massage before. Okay, so just get set up on this bed, and then I will be right back. Sorry, I was looking at something on the floor. Where's my mic stand? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, let's get this thing going, shall we? Okay, I see that you've gotten comfortable. You look ready for the massage, so let's just do it, okay? I guess last kind of thing, any questions before we start in? I'm actually going to move this chair to get kind of a better angle of the workout, so any questions? Perfect, let's do it. You have been very easy. Okay. I actually forgot I need to grab something down here real quick. Okay. You ready? Perfect. So I'm gonna start down here, and then slowly I will work my way up to the bottom. No pun intended. This top area up here, okay? So, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna just move this a little bit down here. Oh, sorry about that. And yeah, we'll get into it. Also, this shirt is just a little baggy. I don't have a gut. Okay. See, I told you. So, were there any kind of reasons in particular that you came into the clinic today, or was it just kind of a, general purpose muscles a little bit, okay? Okay, how's that feeling? Good, okay, good. Good. And you'll notice I'm really hitting this area, because this is kind of important. It sets up the rest of the massage pretty much. Okay, wonderful. I like to do a little Vaseline rub. I like to do a little Vaseline rub with these gloves, just kind of quickly to, like, I guess kind of like finish off that area that that I had already been, kind of massaging out. So I'll do that now. I will warn you, we do need to get a better size glove, as these ones are a little small. Should be just fine. Get a nice little glob of Vaseline. I also want to give a special shout out to my sister Isabel, who won't even watch this video, but who let me use her setup. But let's get into a little. See, it doesn't look like a lot, but visit it. Do you ever just think about your life? Like, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm sitting in front of a microphone. Like, imagine trying to explain this to somebody even like 20 years ago. Sorry, I kind of went mute. I'm gonna finish up the Vaseline massage because I know there's a lot of you that really like this part, and then we'll get back to the massage. Okay. How was that? It's good. Okay, good. Yeah, that actually happens to be, what is that? What's that? Some Vaseline. Sorry. That happens to be a lot of people's favorite part, so that doesn't entirely surprise me. Yeah, it's very relaxing. It's kind of like the warmish kind of, almost oil. I guess you could say. But yeah, okay. Are you good to continue with the rest of the massage? I'm actually starting to get tired myself, y'all. Oh man, I'm getting tired. Please like the video. Leave a comment. If you made it this far, a comment would be crazy. A comment would be crazy. Okay. Let's do this. might be experiencing so you can stop experiencing it. Let's go. I already know this video is going to be so much editing, but that's okay. How was that lower back area? Was that okay? Okay, good. I do like to finish off with an ear massage, if that's something you're interested in, and a scalp massage as well. Okay, it is. Perfect. So just sit your head back and relax. I'm going to move down. under my mic cover. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed a little life update for me. I am home right now in Utah for a minute, so that's fun. I can do more of these videos, and yeah. Anyways, life's good. Life's going good. I took a nice nap today, so that was cool. Really just been working on my game. And then I've also been playing a lot of basketball. I played a lot today anyways. And probably play tomorrow too. So, yeah. Good to see you guys. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Okay. You guys have I know I didn't close out the roleplay like officially with like a okay, have a great day. I'll see you soon. But you know, you guys get the point, right? You guys get the point. I hope you guys are doing well. I know my frequency of uploads has kind of changed a little bit. I'm uploading less now, but it's actually helping my channel. So I'm gonna kind of keep my random sporadic schedule. So it's even more important now to turn on post notifications. Okay. Yeah. Consider joining the Patreon as well. I love my Patreon supporters so much. I just want to give you guys a big kiss on the lips. Or maybe on the cheek. Who knows? Anyways. Yeah, that's it. I really want this video to be 30 minutes, but I don't think it's gonna I think it'll be just barely under 30 minutes, so if you guys don't mind, I'm literally gonna sit here and ramble for like a minute. Just because, I don't know, I feel like when you have 30 minutes on the time card, it just looks better than like 29 minutes and 45 seconds, you know? I don't know, is that just me? Actually, let me know down in the comments, and if you've made it this far, you are an animal. You are a trooper. I really appreciate you. Let me know how I did. If you like these massage videos, I'll definitely do more of them, depending on how it does, of course. But, yeah, I'm gonna get some quick thumbnails after this. And, yeah. You guys have a great day, okay? And a good night. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome into the clinic. Yeah, it's good to see you. I appreciate you being on time and respecting the correct appointment slot. Yeah, we've had some issues today, so it's a breath of fresh air. But welcome to the dermatologist office. Is there anything I can get you? Maybe some water, some tea? No, I know. Okay, well, let me know. You'll have to remind me what exactly are we doing today. Is it just a checkup? Okay, that's what I figured, but I wasn't sure, so it's always good to ask, you know. Okay, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll show you some of my basic exam tools, and obviously I'll start by putting on some gloves, and then I'll just kind of examine the skin, the problem area, and then come up with a diagnosis for the issue that you're experiencing right now. Does that sound okay? Perfect. Okay, perfect. Let me get my gloves out. So, no worries. These are